amazing what Eric July's Isom #1 campaign has been able to do. It's now officially 11 days since this has begun, and it is over $3 million. This is unbelievable. With over 34,000 total purchasers, over $3 million in 11 days, not even 2 weeks. Not even 2 weeks, the Rippaverse first Isom #1 campaign has managed to make more money than Marvel and DC probably make in I don't know how many months. It is fantastic. People are so enthusiastic to do this. This is this entire campaign continues to be an inspiration. I've said it before, I'll say it again, to any creatives out there who want to do something. The market is ripe for it right now. People are desperate to get away from this terrible, terrible woke culture that is destroying every bit of entertainment, whether it be comics, movies, TV shows, you name it. They keep shoving it down our throats, and people are saying that they are sick and tired of it, and they are fully supporting this campaign. Making over $3 million in 11 days is a fantastic, fantastic achievement. I want to go through this to show you all some of these things. Isom #1 cover B is there. Isom #1 cover C. Cover C. He's now introduced the Rippaverse hat. That's in there as well. More of the posters and all of these things. The Isom t-shirt, the Yaira t-shirt, the Rippaverse t-shirt, document trading cards, cover C and poster, a whole host of things. All these stuff still available, still out there, still available to be purchased, and people are purchasing it. They're still buying, they're still interested, they're still getting it. But when you get down to this here now, we start to see what's happening. Sold out, 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 and it just keeps going. Understand me? It just keeps going, because I actually was hoping to get one of the signed issues for it, but I won't be able to get it because they're all sold out. And Eric July said that they won't be making any more, so people have bought it out. I am happy to see it done again. I say I'm a little disappointed I wasn't able to get one, because I thought I might be able to order one probably sometime in August or so, but it's sold out. People are just buying it at an amazing rate. They're not stopping. Look at it, just sold out as I just keep scrolling down. Just sold out, sold out. We have the Isom shirt bundle still there, but the rest sold out. This is amazing. This is a fantastic thing to do, and with 63 days still left in this campaign, I think at this point, what Eric July could do, we have some options with the Isom the Rippaverse campaign, is that if everything sells out, he could pretty much just say, well, okay, stop the campaign early and done. But I highly doubt he may do that. If anything, you never know, might introduce more stuff, more merch in there. People will buy them because people are interested. They are interested, and this is coming from all over the world. People are buying these. People are buying this Isom #1 because they're desperate to get away from what is being put out there by the big two, and some others. They're not feeling it anymore. They want good storytelling. So one of the people associated with the Rippaverse was a former artist for DC Comics. So let's check this out. Rippaverse artist fires back at racist critics. Gabe Eltaeb slams far left hate, vows woke-free heroes. Now, when Gabe Eltaeb decided to leave DC Comics, I remember it. I remember, but it was big news because he has been at DC Comics for a while now. He's worked on many major projects and all sort of products and stuff. But when they decided to change Superman's moniker from Truth, Justice, and the American Way to Truth, Justice, and a Better Tomorrow, that was kind of the last straw for him, and he left. And a lot of people were not happy. I remember seeing that a lot of people were saying that, he was also that this and he was against that, all kind of thing, because he saw the nonsense that was being done. They wanted to force Kal-El out and put in John Kent as the new happy little gay Superman that they could promote everywhere, and changing different things and make it seem that, everything that came before was wrong and what they're doing now is right. Let's go through this article a little bit here. Not much has changed since last year, and artist Gabe Eltaeb can tell you about it. The veteran DC Comics colorist branched out on his own last year, sickened by his company's reflective wokeism seen in August characters like Superman. He created his own comic book, Truth, Justice, American Way, and now is part of the Upstart line from the Rippaverse. And Eltaeb, who is part Libyan, is getting plenty of hate for blazing his own trail. He's been called a San N-word, and his black creative partner Eric July gets slammed as an Uncle Tom by their critics. Yeah, I'm telling you, when he chose to leave, a lot of people were pissed because this is how they operated. This is how these people who supposedly supposed to be all for love and togetherness and all kind of put up all kind of rainbow flags all over the place. This is how they operate. If you're not with them, if you dislike anything, it doesn't matter how terrible it is, they come after you. They slander you. They say all sorts of things online. They try to cancel you. Keep in mind, they will never confront you publicly unless they have a whole bunch of them, because you know why? They're deep down inside, they're just cowards. They don't want to admit what is being done is tearing the industry apart. And in fact, they're just perfectly happy to keep pushing nonsense and distorting everything. Their crime telling their own comic book stories on their terms. It's racist to tell Eric July what he can think, say, and do, says Eltaeb of the Rippaverse founder. July didn't come from millions of dollars or privilege, the colorist says of his colleague, who transformed his life following the shooting death of a dear friend. He built that audience, and now they're rewarding him. You see, this is something I said to people, because somebody had asked me about if I thought that Eric July constant this thing was probably something else, and maybe he have some financial backers somewhere, or maybe he came from money. From what I understand, the man didn't come from anything like that. Again, as I say, I don't know Eric July personally, never spoken to him, anything like that. But he's built himself up doing this, and this is what I keep saying. It's an inspiration to any creative out there. You may not jump right into it and get it off the bat, because he didn't do that. Eric July built up his own his own fame over time. He's been on YouTube for something like over 10 years now. He was he's in a rock band, or not rock band. He was a rapper or something like that. He's a singer, as far as I know. He has opinions on what is happening now in the comic book sphere. This is something that he knows about. Again, as I say, he has more comic book knowledge than me. I do know something, but I will admit he has more comic book knowledge than me. But a lot of the things that I say in regards to what is killing the industry, he also says so. People are out there and they agree with it. But when you have Twitter being bombarded with a bunch of crazies who say anything, you may not think that the word is getting out there. People are supporting this because they want change. And all these people who come out throwing all these heinous things at these people involved with the Rippaverse, only showing how scared and how disgusting they are. The new comics line already is smashed with north of 2.6 million, but it's broken past 3 million now. In pre-sales for its first book, Isom promises woke-free adventures. Rippaverse deals with ethnic diversity, but you wouldn't know it from the content. The focus is on all American storytelling staples: danger, drama, excitement, heroism. It's not hard to give people what they want, he says. That's only part of the success formula, though. Now, people are saying that, the woke free thing and the woke this and why that criminal thing, and yet Isom has a black man in it, and isn't that kind of woke and all this thing? No. People mistaking something. Nobody has a problem with heroes being black. Nobody has a problem with heroes being heroes. What people have a problem with is when you cannot create proper characters or tell good stories. You take heroes who are black heroes, and your only thing is to try and give them sloppy seconds of white superheroes, because you only see legitimacy in that. You also only see legitimacy right now in turning every character, every established character, or every so-called new character that you bring in, when they aren't really new at all, they're just clones of the ones that you already have. Changing their sexuality, their gender, making them this and the other, and figuring that is somehow, some kind of revolutionary thing to do. It isn't. It's being good to your customers, something a lot of these companies don't do anymore. Being kind to them and listening to what they want, he says, and making sure you give them a quality product. Eltaeb left DC Comics officially in October after serving as a colorist on such major characters as Batman, Green Lantern, and Superman. Since then, he's connected with other disaffected comic book artists like Ethan Van Sciver, who put Eltaeb in touch with July. Ethan Van Sciver is another comic book pro, years of experience, seeing the horrendous things that is being done to it, and they set out to try and destroy him, because again, they say nobody must talk against what is being done. These artists don't necessarily agree on everything, but they're united against woke storytelling. Exactly, you don't have to agree with everything that somebody says, but if you are united to tell good stories, that's what matters. When you want to boil down things to like stuff like, if somebody is a Democrat or somebody is a Republican, you must hate this one, that one. What somebody's political views are a very small, minute part of who that person is as a person. But when you make it out to be like, this is somehow the most defining thing about them. The same thing in regards to their skin color. This somehow is the most defining thing about them. I'm a black man myself, but that doesn't mean I'm going to introduce myself everywhere I go as, hello, I'm a black man. No, that is a part of who that is who I am. But that doesn't mean that doesn't define me as what I did. Because I'm black, I must only associate with black people. I must only tell stories about black people. No, comics are supposed to be universal for anyone and everyone. And this is not happening. Woke entertainment is subversive to traditional culture. It's ungrateful and hateful. They want to destroy the past. That's very true. Non-woke stories, by comparison, remain relatable. I wanted to be Han Solo when I was 7. This is Jake Eltaeb speaking here. I wanted to be Han Solo when I was 7. I'm not white, but I loved his swagger. Exactly. You could relate with somebody regardless of your skin color. When you hear people say that, I wanted children to see me and say to themselves, well, somebody who looks like them could be up there. It doesn't matter. You must not associate people with that. People could gain knowledge from whoever they are. He wanted to be Han Solo. Why couldn't he be Han Solo? Because according to the entire woke demographic now, you can only be Han Solo if you're white. So the best thing to do is to get rid of everything Star Wars, and then put in now some other kind of Han Solo in Star Wars, who might be black, who might be Hispanic, who might be this. Woke writers are less worried about telling a story that's coherent than virtue signaling to your audience. And there's plenty of evidence comic book devotees don't appreciate the progressive makeovers. The startling early success of the Rippaverse proves his point. Eltaeb said the first title in the new line, Isom, follows a retired superhero, Avery Silman, who is coerced back into action after visiting an old friend. The colorist says he's selling better than any other book. It says colorist says it's selling better than any other book on the market, from Batman to the Hulk, without any support from major players like DC Comics or Marvels. People are hungry for traditional heroes. Exactly. Exactly. The only thing that sells from DC anymore is Batman. And Marvel struggling to push any book or anything at this point in time. Again, we go back to the campaign. This, let me refresh the page here. Yeah, gone up again. Because people want this. You understand me? One other thing I want to mention is that Eric July is doing things on, he's posting videos on YouTube constantly, replying to tweets or whatever, and the other, talking to people, letting them know what is happening with the campaign, giving out news. This is what people wanted. They want that factor to know that, you know, they can actually connect with the people who are making it and actually know that, you know, as an audience, as customers, they are important. As a comic book reader myself, I remember back when they had when Stanley used to have Stan soapbox at the end of the at the end of the comics and thing, and some other people would do it also. You would write letters to them and they would respond in the back of comics and thing. You don't get that anymore, because as far as they are concerned, we could just give you anything and you just have to like it. It doesn't matter. You just have to like it. Well, now this matters. Rippaverse is dominating. Over $3 million in less than 2 weeks. This is fantastic. This is excellent. This is showing that, you know, a revolution in the comic industry is happening, and any creative out there, I cannot say it enough. If you want to take advantage of what is happening now, now is the time. Get on board, build your brand, build your products, put your work out there. Put your work out there. If you have great ideas for something, for some kind of character or something like that, you could probably try contacting Rippaverse. You never know. They may very well be looking for people, because it's not just one story they want to do. It's an entire Rippaverse, entire universe that they're building. You may have something to tell that could grow, or you could contact them, and you never know. They may be able to start a different storyline, a different universe, something like that. I mean, I know Eric July has put down some markers saying that he doesn't want to do multiverse and anything like that. Okay, he doesn't want to do multiverse. I have a problem with that, because again, as I say, the multiverse thing is being overdone now, and to the point where it has become ridiculous. You never know. Contact them. You never know what could come from it, or you could start your own thing. He didn't have anything when he started from. He started on his own. You can do the same and build. The time is right, people. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you like the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell. Be notified every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Over 3 million in less than 2 weeks. This is fantastic, people. Take care.